Hi, everybody. Before we get started, if you don't mind, if you have your phones on, if you don't mind putting them on silent, I always forget, so figured I'd throw that out there. Good evening, and welcome to the 2023 Golden Bishop Awards. My name is Drew Farrell. Currently, I am a teacher for Westerville City Schools, and also I sit on City Council in Delaware. But more importantly, I went to Ohio Wesleyan 13, which I had to do the math this morning, years ago. I graduated in 2010. So that is what brings me back tonight. And nothing I've done in my life would have been possible without the growth and exploration that Ohio Wesleyan provided to me. So I'm really excited to be back tonight to see everybody here and what they've managed to accomplish just in the time they've been at OWU. At OWU, I was on WCSA as both a class representative and on the executive team. I was an RA. I was on student boards, and Nancy managed to get me involved in pretty much anything I looked at, I think. So I owe a lot to her for all the different things that she exposed me to as well. We come together tonight to celebrate and recognize the outstanding achievements of students and staff at Ohio Wesleyan. We have been impressed by your many accomplishments and the abilities, and your biggest fans surround you today: faculty, staff, your family, and your friends. Sorry, I lost my place. These are the people who have closely followed your collegiate careers and have supported you in many ways. They have watched you grow and are excited to celebrate your success. Tonight's ceremony will be recorded and posted online, so you can share it with everybody who wasn't able to make it tonight. And finally, I've already asked that you silence your cell phones, but just in case you forgot the first time, try again. Our program kicks off with the first group of awards, recognizing all of your efforts to build and support the community on and off campus. Our community service, learning, and residential life offices create environments where students can learn, grow, and make an impact on the community. And before I announce the next person up, I'd ask when you come up to receive an award, if you don't mind pausing for a moment to shake hands with Dr. Jones and have your photograph taken. So if you would, join me in welcoming our first presenter of the evening, Sally Lieber, the Director of Community and Service Learning.
It's a great night to have an award ceremony, so I'm really happy to kick off the Golden Bishops. I'm especially pleased that our first award is going to be given by the organization who is presenting it, and so I introduce to you Stephanie Dodd, who is from Ohio Campus Compact.
Good evening, my name is Stephanie Dodd, and I am the Executive Director of Ohio Campus Compact, a statewide nonprofit coalition of 34 colleges and universities, including Ohio Wesleyan University. The Charles J. Ping Student Service Award recognizes undergraduate students from across the state of Ohio for their outstanding leadership and contributions to community service or service learning on their campus and within the community. Students are nominated by the president of their institution for their exemplary leadership and commitment. I am honored to recognize the Ohio Wesleyan University student who is recognized as a Charles J. Ping winner for 2023. In his written nomination, President Rock Jones not only shares a long list of accomplishments and impact, but is quoted as saying of the nominee, "He is an engaged leader, a creative and proactive problem solver, and notably, one who leads graciously by example and with humility. His passion, focus, sustained leadership, and achievements provide ample evidence of a trajectory toward a lifetime of engaged civic leadership." Please join me in congratulating OWU student Graham Steed as a 2023 Ping Award winner.
Okay, next up we have the Patricia G. Young Award. We are very honored to have the Honorable Patricia G. Young with us this evening. This award is given for outstanding service in leadership to children and youth, and it includes a significant monetary award that goes towards the rising seniors' senior tuition. And I would like to invite Patricia to join me on the stage.
Well, I'm honored that I get to give the award tonight to Sierra. Sierra is dedicated to creating environments that support inclusivity. For 5 years, she has served as a head counselor with the Licking County Family YWCA at the One Summer Day Camp, a program for 6 to 21-year-olds with physical and intellectual disabilities. Last year, Sierra began serving with the URS Special Program, part of the children's ministry at Life Point Church that serves individuals with developmental disabilities. On campus, Sierra has served as a student aide at the Early Childhood Center. She has also been part of the Best Buddy program, and she is an Ed Fellow. When the call, according to the information I received from Sally, when the call for nominations came out, Doctors Kaka, Kong, and Noble immediately recommended Sierra for the award. Dr. Noble noted that Sierra is a rock star, student and athlete, but she's pretty quiet and humble about the things she's doing, especially volunteer work. Well, Sierra, I want to tell you that we see all the good that you are doing. We understand your commitment and your personal connection to serving those with disability. I think you are a rock star too. And I am pleased that you are this year's awardee. So if you'd please come forward to receive the Patricia G. Young Award.
After Patricia graduated from Ohio Wesleyan, she came back here, lived on campus, and she recruited students to do volunteer work for the YWCA. So I just want to say, I've always considered her the first service director at Ohio Wesleyan. So let's give her a big round of applause. Okay, next up. When I pick it up, we have the Student Humanitarian Award. This award is given for exemplary dedication and leadership in public service. This award recognizes those who identify issues, needs, and problems, and who actively seek solutions. This year's Student Humanitarian Award winner is Jada Respris. Come on up, I'm going to talk about you. So this award recognizes that Jada has a true north. She understands that communication is vitally important. It's a skill to be learned, a way to make progress, and a solution to the many problems that we face today. Later this evening, you will hear Dwayne Todd tell you about her many accomplishments. So I would just like to share a few comments from nominators with you. Lisa Ho wrote, Jada is a mentor and a guide, and as a Gilman Scholar, she is giving back to the campus community by actively supporting other students in pursuing opportunities they would not otherwise have pursued. And Dr. Chiseve said, Jada has done significant work with Black Lives Matter, sexual assault survivors, international journalism, and so much more. Jada will change the world. So, thank you, Jada, for shining a light on the importance of communication, for showing us how to find facts, for sharing generously and leading by example. Finally, I'm going to give the Bridge Builder Awards, and I'd like to invite 4 people to join me up here. So, Grace Martin, Adrian Moran, Millie Rocco, and Miles Steed, please come to the stage. Grace, we're starting with you. You were nominated by Megan Bailey for your work with Community Unity Center. Megan said, "Grace is amazing. She has come to Unity Community Center." Whoops, do you guys need to get organized here? Okay. Grace has come to Unity Community Center every week for 2 years. She connected with us through Ed 110, and she never left. She has helped with our STEAM programs, even coming back to Delaware during the summer of '22 for our free coding class. Once I gave her full reign to run the classes on her own, she designed plans, created math centers, and helped our students gain the knowledge that they lost during the pandemic. We are so grateful for Grace's dedication to our community. Adrian, you're up next. You were nominated by Dr. Chisebe and many others simply for being who you are, for your work with La Casa and Viva, for creating programs centering Latin folks, for challenging gender identity, and for being one of the newest majorettes, and especially for the essential work you did with the Melvin Van Peebles Symposium. We have it on good authority that your organization and effort actually made that all happen. So after the symposium, you were quoted as saying, "I will never forget the amazing people I met. I am beyond grateful to have met local BIPOC artists, race scholars, and presenters who reciprocated all the support, passion, and love that I saw this committee put into the symposium." Adrian, that's what you have put into our community. Thank you so much. Okay, Millie, you're up. So Millie's time at Ohio Wesleyan has been characterized by gracious outreach. You may have seen her on the Chapelier stage and in various production roles, working with a wide array of students and the International and Off-Campus Program Office, or serving with SBP Spring Break Service teams. When the pandemic canceled Millie's study abroad, she enrolled in virtual evening classes at Kensai Gaidai University in Japan, and she also became a conversation partner with Delaware's sister city of Sakata, Japan. Eventually, Millie was able to go to Yonsei University in Seoul, South Korea, and after graduation, she will be returned to teach English as a second language. Carrie Robe noted that Millie is an empathetic person who seeks the good in others, and that her welcoming demeanor makes it easy for others to connect. This is how you build bridges. And Millie, the bridges you built crisscross this campus, Delaware, the United States, and the globe. Thank you. So, Miles, there are so many reasons to honor you for being screening preschoolers for COVID throughout the pandemic, for being a great tutor at Columbus Bilingual Academy North, for volunteering for disaster recovery after Hurricane Harvey, and for all of your work to advance healthcare. But tonight, we are honoring you specifically for the edible garden project that you created for the Early Childhood Center. And this project brought together members of the Seal Slough community, Early Childhood Center students, staff, parents, and grandparents, and a Delaware Master Gardener. You spoke eloquently about the importance of creating memories, but we know you built bridges all across Delaware, and you built a sustainable future by creating a whole new crop of future gardeners. So, to our bridge builders, thank you for initiating conversations, thank you for meeting community needs, and thank you for reaching across boundaries, building bridges, and bringing people together.
And if Sally is going to make the students stand up here while she reads about them, I think that Sally should stand up here while I read about her. Ohio Campus Compact recognizes outstanding faculty and staff with the David Hoke Memorial Award for Excellence in Service Award. This award was established to recognize and honor the outstanding work in service learning and/or civic engagement performed by a faculty or staff member at an Ohio Campus Compact institution. I am honored to recognize the staff member from Ohio Wesleyan University who is recognized as a Hoke Award winner for 2023. In his nomination letter, President Rock Jones is quoted as saying of Sally, "I cannot imagine anyone exceeding Sally Lieber in contributions that further the civic mission of their institution. I note the personal connection I have felt with Sally over my 15 years as president of Ohio Wesleyan. I have felt the magnitude of her empathetic presence, her caring heart, and her extended hand. She expresses concern when concern is most needed, and she is willing to step in and go to work when help is most needed. She models civic engagement in the way she lives her life and in the way she does her work. Please join me in congratulating OWU's Sally Lieber, Director of Service Learning, as the 2023 Hoke Award winner. Thank you, Sally, for your service."
They didn't use the script. It's all right. No, we're good. I found the place. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Emmerich, and I serve as the Director of Residential Life. Every year I get excited about the Golden Bishops because we get to recognize the contributions of our students and those who have made, the contributions our students have made in helping our students in our residential communities connect with one another, helping them find a place and a space they feel they belong where they live on campus. I'm excited to announce the winners for both the Residential Life Awards, the Outstanding RA and Moderator of the Year, and the Heart of Community Award. Our first award is the Outstanding RA Moderator Award. We had some amazing nominees this year, as you'll see in your program, and I'm sure you'll agree that choosing amongst this list is not easy, but alas, we do need to make some decisions, and so we've done that. This year we recognize 4 of our RAs and moderators for their contributions in creating community on their floor and in their area, being a source of unwavering support for their residents. They contribute to our OWU community in significant ways. Sometimes they don't even realize how. Through their leadership and volunteerism, by approaching each moment with a positive attitude, and showing their residents what it means to be a good student and leader here at Ohio Wesleyan. In the eyes of their residents and other students, even if they're not trying to be, they serve as role models, and they help connect students in meaningful ways, contributing to students' sense of belonging here at OWU. I know this because nearly every new applicant for our RA roles for next year mentioned these individuals as part of their inspiration for applying for the role. And that means a lot, I think, to be recognized in the eyes of your peers. So, we have four award winners, sorry. I'm going to call each one up individually, and let's give each one of them a round of applause, but we'll call them up here shortly. So, in no particular order, please congratulate Carly Walsh. You're welcome to stay. Yeah. Next, we recognize Graham Steed. Third recipient is Brooke Hall. our fourth and final recipient is Josie Stark. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah. Let's give them one more round of applause. Thank you so much, everyone. The final award I'm going to award is the Heart of a Community. It recognizes individuals or groups of students within our residential communities who have gone above and beyond in connecting bishops with one another. Recipients will have worked to bring residents together in and outside of the residence halls through creative and engaging programmatic opportunities. I'm going to call tonight's winner up first before I talk about them. This year's recipient of the Heart of Community Award goes to BSU. While they get their picture taken, after a few quieter years, BSU came back with a roar this year, and thanks to these students on stage and others, they hosted a lot of larger and smaller events that did a lot to bring the community together. Many of those events happened within our residential communities and then other spaces around campus as well. In partnership with the Black Caucus, which includes Black Men of the Future, House of Black Culture, Sisters United, and BSU, they hosted events like Soul Slam, Secret Admirer, Ebony and Ivory Ball, Spirit Week. They hosted a haunted house and did a lot of informal things like game nights, etc. In particular, hold on. These events have provided Black students in particular with experiences and environments that foster community and develop a sense of belonging. More so than any other year in recent memory, students are talking about BSU as their place of connection and community, which speaks to the tremendous impact this group has had here at Ohio Wesleyan this year. So congratulations and thank you for everything. Thank you. Good job.
It's hard to believe that there's anything more awards left to give. We already have so many amazing things, but there are more. So the next group of awards is going to focus on campus involvement and engagement. The Student Involvement Office encourages students to explore their interests, find their sense of belonging, and develop transferable skills for their future. These awards include student organizations, fraternity and sorority life, and WCSA awards. Please join me in welcoming our next presenter, Dina Del Torio, Director of Student Involvement.
Good evening, everyone. I'm thrilled to recognize 4 student organizations for their outstanding efforts and impact at Ohio Wesleyan. We're honored to present the first recognition to Circle K and the student-led arts movement for Kits for Kids. This collaboration event combines Circle K's focus on service and student-led arts movement mission related to the arts. And they were brought together to create kits for children at Nationwide Children's Hospital. Each craft pack had materials and instructions that made mini stained glass windows for the children to hang in their windows. This collaboration shows students that you can be creative in ways to fulfill your organization's mission. We hope that while OWU students enjoyed creating these, the kits were going to brighten someone else's day. Congratulations and thank you. The second recognition is the Ski and Snowboarding Club for their ski trip to Killington, Vermont. What truly made this outstanding trip was the sheer enjoyment of the 30 members who went. This group bonded over shared experiences on the slopes, and the camaraderie was evident. The program positively impacted the broader OWU community by showcasing the university's commitment to providing diverse and engaging extracurricular opportunities for its students, and showed other students that if you have an idea, you can make it happen with the support system designed to help student organizations thrive. Congratulations. The third program is the OWU Pre-Health Shadowing Initiative, sponsored by Pre-Health Club and Career Connection. This initiative paired students with alumni who have established careers as neurologists, nurse practitioners, physical therapists, physician assistants, trauma surgeons, and OBGYNs. You may know that shadowing experience is mandatory for most graduate schools across health professions. However, you may not know that experience in shadowing and talking to healthcare professionals is often limited to personal connection to the profession is needed for contact. This innovative program connects Ohio Wesleyan students with alumni and gives students the opportunity to shadow them. Students who participate in this initiative get advice, create connections, and invest in their professional development. Congratulations. The next award is the Student Organization Advisor Recognition. This award recognizes club advisors who provide significant contributions and positive development of the club and serves by going above and beyond. As the WCSA advisor, Brad Paulsini constantly helps this group consider how their choices will impact the greater OWU community and the student body. He is always a friendly face and is willing to help talk through issues with students. In addition to his role as the advisor, he's extremely supportive and a mentor to many of the students he interacts with. Thank you, Brad, for all your time, energy, and effort with this group. I appreciate everything you have done for the student organization community. Thanks. The second award is for the Neuroscience Nerds Advisor, Chelsea Verdi. Despite being new to the student organization community, she rose to the challenge to help support new student organizations to get them up and running. Whether it was helping to create a last-minute budget, attending meetings, offering resources, or going out of her way to help the group to execute great programs. We are grateful for your commitment to supporting our student organization community. Thank you and congratulations. Our next and final Student Involvement Award is the new Student Organization Recognition. These new organizations were created within this academic year, and I ask that you please hold your applause until the end, but as I call your organization forward, you could come up and receive your certificate. So first is Battling Elite Stars. They are OWU's new majorette dance team. This group was created to create a safe space for BIPOC students to dance culturally. To quote them, they do it big, right, and with style. Okay. So we could applause in between. I take back what I said. All right, up next is Bishops for Accessibility. They work with student accessibility services to serve students on campus as a resource and friend. This group educates students about disability and accessibility. The next organization is the Genetics Club. They encourage students to explore the intersection of genetics, psychology, and healthcare. These leaders bring together students for career exploration and personal development related to genetics. The Hindu Student Council is a forum for students that promotes the understanding of Hindu culture and heritage. They've already worked with the chaplain's office to establish a Hindu altar in Peel Chapel. Up next is the Incredible Film Club. This group brings together students who are passionate about all things film for a sense of community. The next group is Neuroscience Club, or NERDS. They reach across disciplines and unite students by one common interest, the brain and neuroscience. They kicked off the spring semester with a hit event, Brain Fair. In addition to organizing events and attending conferences for neuroscience-related research, they fundraise for brain-related causes and research. Next is the OU Pickleball Club. Woo! Love pickleball. They provide students with an easy-to-learn way to connect, exercise, and build friendships through the nation's fastest-growing game, pickleball. We're ready to collaborate with you, the Faculty and Staff League. Up next is the Roller Skating Club. They bring everyone who has a love for roller skating together to learn new tricks and roll away the stress of a college student. Next is Morgan's Message. This group strives to amplify stories and provide resources to student athletes that support mental health. Using peer-to-peer conversations, these student athletes will build community and advocate for their peers. And then last but not least, Sisters United. This group empowers Black and African American women at Ohio Wesleyan. They strive to impact their ethnic heritage and perspectives to the campus and community through programs and initiatives. For the next set of awards, please join me in welcoming some phenomenal student leaders, Ava Clan and JJ Maxwell, to the stage for the Fraternity and Sorority Life Awards.
Hello. My name is Ava Clan, and I am the current president of the Panhellenic Council and a member of Delta Gamma.
Hey everybody, I'm JJ Maxwell. I currently serve as IFC president I'm a Fiji, and today, me and Ava will be presenting the year's Fraternity and Sorority Life Awards.
And as we call your name or recognize your organization, please approach the stage to be recognized.
All right, our first award is Chapter Academic Excellence Award. This award will be presented to fraternities and sororities who have achieved the highest GPAs in the spring and fall semesters of 2022.
Please join me in recognizing Kappa Alpha Theta in the Sorority Academic Excellence Award. Kappa Alpha Theta had a GPA of 3.62 for the spring and fall 2022.
Please join me in recognizing Phi Delta Theta for the Fraternity Academic Excellence Award. Phi Delta, oh, there you go, come on, come on. Phi Del had a GPA of a 3.35 for the academic semesters.
Our next award is the Community Impact Recognition Award, which recognizes excellence in programming among fraternities and sororities. In order for a program, event, or initiative to be recognized, it must demonstrate ingenuity, creativity, and provide a significant contribution to the Ohio Wesleyan community.
It is my pleasure to announce our first Community Impact Award is given to the Panhandle Council. And then I got a little bit. So, Panhandle's previous Vice President of Values and Ethics, Annalise Ingram, worked for a local nonprofit organization and chapters to coordinate 287 volunteer hours, directly benefiting the Delaware community. Through this program, the Panhandle women displayed their commitment to this community and how much they value service. Congrats to Panhandle.
Our second Community Impact Recognition Award shows the power one member of our community has to make a difference for the betterment of our whole fraternity and sorority system. It's my pleasure to award the Interfraternity Council and Peyton Andisman, a member of Chi Phi, with this award for their IFC trilogy, Building Better Men. Peyton approached last year's IFC with the idea that our fraternity organizations could commit themselves to a healthy masculinity at Ohio Wesleyan. They worked with the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs and hosted a program that challenged our fraternity men to reflect on masculinity, gender expression, and mental health. Congratulations to the Interfraternity Council and Peyton Andisman.
Our next award is the Emerging Leader Award. This award recognizes one member from our community. This individual, despite only being in their chapter for such a short time, already has shown promise and eagerness to pursue leadership roles within the Greek community.
This year, the award winner is Anya Shevchik from Kappa Kappa Gamma. Her nominator describes Anya as a personal leader who is dedicated, organized, and kind. Anya is already showing great passion for Kappa Kappa Gamma, and her nominator believes she'll be a great leader for their chapter. In addition to being a member of Kappa, Anya is on the OWU cheer team in the campus programming board and sings with the OWU Outsiders. Congratulations, Anya. We look forward to seeing your leadership in our community.
Our next set of awards are the Fraternity and Sorority Members of the Year. These awards recognize members who have shown participation, dedication, and genuine commitment to the improvement of our community. These individuals have showed hard work to inspire and motivate those around them to live the values of our organizations.
Our sorority member of the year goes to Rachel Leslie of Kappa Kappa Gamma. Described as passionate, hardworking, and motivated, Rachel has contributed to fraternity and sorority life through her involvement in her chapter and as a former leader on the Panhellenic Council. In her chapter, she served as a leader on the executive board and gave many presentations on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and mental health. Additionally, she served on her nominating committee, showing consistent care for the future success of Kappa Kappa Gamma. As a leader on the Panhellenic Council, her nominator writes that she was an integral part of authoring Panhellenic's DEI statement, making the sorority experience accessible and inclusive to all members. Congratulations to Rachel.
I'm proud to announce that our fraternity member of the year goes to my brother, Clay Sturts. Now I got to talk about you for a little bit. Clay is described as selfless, dedicated, and creative. Clay served 2 terms at IFC as Community Development Director and our previous president. In IFC, Clay was a vocal advocate for the importance of service and positive community relationships. He worked tirelessly to build relationships within the Delaware community and planned our now annual program, OWU Trick or Treat, which brings together OWU students and local community members. As a leader, Clay demonstrated his love for fraternity community with a focus on strengthening bonds between chapters through intentional relationship building. And yeah, congrats, Clay.
Congratulations to the winners of this year's Fraternity and Sorority Life Awards. It's my distinct pleasure to welcome Nancy to the stage to present the next awards.
Good evening. It's my honor to invite the 2023 recipient of the Courage Award, Peyton Andisman, to the stage. The Courage Award is devoted to the memory of Colin Wyatt, who died in 2018 as a result of hazing at Ohio University. Colin's amazing mother, Kathleen, now travels the country to not only speak and teach about hazing, but to also educate on critical remedies, courage, and kindness. Courageous people have the ability to do something difficult even when there's risk. They stand up to the bullies, and even if they feel fear, they choose to act. Courageous people offer kindness to others. Kathleen Wyatt would add that they speak up and report, and that they call for help immediately when there's an emergency. Those are acts that may have saved Colin's life. On our campus, we celebrate courageous leadership through this award, which comes with a monetary prize. Peyton's reference for this award reminds us of Brené Brown's definition of courage, the willingness to live deep in your heart. Through Peyton's tireless efforts to bring the Building Better Men event, which you just heard about, on healthy and toxic masculinities to Ohio Wesleyan students, he has shown his ability to live deep. Congratulations, friend. I now welcome Sophie Gibson to the stage to present the WCSA Awards.
not using the script. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sophie Gibson, and I'm the current president of WCSA, Ohio Wesleyan Student Government Organization. Tonight, I have the honor of presenting the WCSA Awards for this year. The winners this year have shown great leadership skills and have dedicated themselves to the betterment of WCSA and the student body as a whole. The first award is the Donald G. Chenoweth Friend of WCSA Award, and it's awarded by the Executive Committee of WCSA to a non-member of WCSA deemed by our committee to have the best contribution to the mission and goals of WCSA. This year, we could not pick one. We had to choose two. We felt that two members of the OWU community were deserving of this award. We'd like to offer Dwayne Todd this award for his continued budget support and Ryan Boland for creating communication between students and dining services. WCSA thanks both of you for your hard work and congratulations. The next award is the Best Overall Member, and it's given to an individual who has made the greatest overall contribution to WCSA's missions, goals, and agenda. During his time in student government, Colby Brock has demonstrated outstanding leadership and commitment to his role. In a normal year, WCSA passes around 4 bills. However, this past year, WCSA has passed 15 bills, 10 of which were led by Colby, and many of which were necessary to guarantee club funding. Colby is known for giving 110% for his work and goes above and beyond. He is an example of the ideal WCSA member. Congratulations, Colby. Okay. The next award is Best New Member. The Best New Member award is given to a new member who has made the greatest overall contribution to WCSA's missions, goals, and agenda. Adarsha has been a great addition this year to the full Senate. He has been eager to learn how to help the student body as much as possible. He has shown drive and high achievement in his role in Budget Committee and provides a much-needed unique perspective and opinion in WCSA. Adarsha has been very invested in WCSA, and his contributions continue to improve WCSA every year. Congratulations, Adarsha. The final WCSA award is the Social Justice Award. The Social Justice Award is given to an individual who has served as the greatest advocate for social justice issues and is often outspoken when they feel an act of injustice has been committed. Brooke Lenigan has been an active advocate in the Senate and her committee this year, being both a liaison and a leader for her committee. Her involvement on campus speaks loudly for her dedication to social justice, being involved in the Global Scholars Program and the Bishop Way Program, where she led events like Sex Positive Bingo and Birdie Light, which addressed harm reduction for sexual practices and drug use. Her contributions truly allowed WCSA to consider new perspectives and ideas like never before. Congratulations, Brooke.
I'm realizing that night blindness is a real thing as I get older. So I'm going to hold this up a little bit. All right. The final awards tonight are the Meek Leadership Awards. They were established in 1997 with a contribution from Philip J. Meek and Nancy Laporte Meek, both OWU class of 1959. These awards are bestowed on seniors who have demonstrated exceptional leadership service during their years at Ohio Wesleyan University and show promise to sustain that commitment throughout their lives. The award includes a financial gift credited toward existing student loans or a monetary award when there is no outstanding student loan. Please join me in welcoming Dwayne Todd, Vice President of Student Engagement and Success, to present these awards.
All right. right, the first Meek Award. Join me in congratulating Lynette Camberlin. Lynette will graduate in May with a major in inclusive elementary education. Lynette's professors noted, quote, "Lynette is conscientious and diligent, and these qualities shine through every aspect of her interactions, academic work, and leadership. She is mindful and considers multiple perspectives before checking in about issues. She sets aside time to produce high-quality work, and she is willing to recognize and share her own vulnerabilities in order to grow and learn from challenging experiences. Her presence in the classroom and beyond enriches the intersections among community members." A second nominator noted, "It is evident Lynette has a servant's heart." This statement is supported by Lynette's OWU activities, which include mentoring local children as a big sister with Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America, and working for 3 years as a camp leader at Camp OWU Service Camp. Camp OWU. Lynette also has portrayed Bob the Bishop for Move-In Day activities. Go Bob. With her second nominator sharing that she transforms when she enters the costume, and students flock to her and her TikTok dance moves. Academically, Lynette has earned membership and currently serves as the president of OWU's Alpha Alpha chapter of the Kappa Delta Pi International Honor Society in Education, and as the membership chair of OWU's Manette chapter of the Mortarboard National Honor Society. She's also a member of the Gamma Sigma Alpha National Honor Society and of the Delta Omega chapter of Order of Omega, both of which recognize the accomplishments of fraternity and sorority members. I think every letter of the Greek alphabet was in everything I just read there. As a first-year student, Lynette was selected as an OWU Education Fellow, and she has since served the department as a student board member. In Greek life, Lynette is a member of the Delta Zeta sorority, and she served Ohio Wesleyan's Alpha Rho chapter as its vice president of new member education, its chaplain, and its alumni relations chair. In addition, her nominator stated, "Lynette has a great passion for and commitment to her work. Anyone that knows her can feel the energy and enthusiasm that she brings with her. This is a part of who she is and will continue long after her time at Ohio Wesleyan." Join me again in congratulating Lynette. The next recipient is Grace Eisen. Grace will graduate with honors in May with a major in neuroscience and minors in psychology and chemistry. According to her nominator, a desire to serve comes naturally to Grace. From the beginning of her time at OWU, she sought out opportunities to serve in various areas on and off campus and to lead in those efforts when required. As a sophomore, Grace was one of 12 students nationwide to receive a 2021 Charles J. Ping Student Service Award, which honors undergraduates for their outstanding leadership and contributions to community service or service learning. At Ohio Wesleyan, Grace is a founding member and 2-year moderator of the Service Engagement and Leadership House, also known as SEAL, a small living unit with a mission to equip and encourage those passionate about service to mobilize and lead the Ohio Wesleyan community to service for the transformation of both self and community. Grace's service includes working at the Family Promise House, a 24-hour emergency shelter, and with the Bishop Scholars Program, which provides free tutoring to children in Delaware and Franklin counties. She has also volunteered with organizations including Habitat for Humanity, Restore, Canine Collective, Kirkmont Center, and People in Need. She is a member of the Food Recovery Network, a national organization that works to reduce food waste and combat food insecurity. Grace's service also includes participating in the Spring Break Service Week program, for which she traveled to the Rosebud Reservation in South Dakota to explore Lakota-Anglo relationships, working with Camp OWU, for which she helped to welcome and mentor incoming students, and participating with the outdoor ministry team and taking part in 4 fall and spring wilderness treks. Her nominator concluded, "It is worth noting that Grace's involvement through her 4 years was maintained through 2 years of COVID in the middle of her career at Ohio Wesleyan. She persisted in staying present and engaged during a time when it was easy to check out and withdraw from activities on campus. Her service and leadership during those years and all 4 years have encouraged others to get engaged and work for the well-being of their campus community." Congratulations, Grace. Our third recipient this evening is Jada Respress. Jada will graduate in May with a major in communication and minor in politics and government. One of her nominators stated, Jada demonstrates maturity and leadership well beyond that of her peers. She is mindful to lead with integrity and intention, and she considers others' perspectives and viewpoints in all situations. During her time at Ohio Wesleyan, Jada earned a competitive national Gilman Scholarship, as well as an Ohio Wesleyan Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion grant to support study abroad and academic research in South Africa and the United Kingdom. Following these experiences, she created a syllabus for the Department of Communication on Black women in journalism and developed a travel abroad workshop for communication majors. She also led a multi-generational women's panel sponsored by the department and Role Model magazine. In addition, she worked as a member of the Communications Student Board to create Com Learn About Careers, get it, Com, C-O-M-M, get it, and Chat and Chew, experiences with working professionals. In addition to traveling abroad, Jada made the most of the OWU connection by working as a multimedia journalist intern at WOUB in Athens, Ohio, as a social media intern at Role Model magazine in Columbus, Ohio, as a marketing intern at Evergreen Podcasts in Lakewood, Ohio, and as a freelance writer at YR Media, which operates in Oakland, California, and Chicago, Illinois. This is a lot. You're a busy person. She also became a member of the National Association of Black Journalists and the Ida B. Wells Society for Investigative Reporting, and she is a newly appointed investigative journalism fellow with the Carnegie Knight News 21 program at Arizona State University. To help educate the campus on DEI and other issues, Jada wrote, edited, and advised a political series called Black Voices in Politics for the OWU Transcript magazine, helped lead a Black Lives Matter protest and voter registration drive, and helped to support sexual assault awareness on campus as a Women's Resource Center intern through her work with Take Back the Night and Empower OWU, a support group that she helped to found. In support of her Meek Leadership Award nomination, Jada's second nominator concluded, she understands that leadership is service. In my 10 years of teaching, I have found it rare to encounter a student such as Ms. Respress. Congratulations, Jada. Our fourth recipient this evening is Graham Steed. Graham will graduate in May with a major in environmental studies and with honors. According to his nominator, he is a kind-hearted student who will help others. I think this is at the core of Graham's ethos. He's a giver. For his work during his time at Ohio Wesleyan, Graham is one of 13 students statewide to be honored with a 2023 Charles J. Ping Student Service Award in recognition of his outstanding leadership and contributions to community service. At Ohio Wesleyan, Steed founded the Ohio Wesleyan the OWU Environmental Welcome Centers, served as the university's sustainability coordinator intern, participated with Region Ohio Action for Resilience, ROAR, and worked as a water quality intern with the Delco Water Company Incorporated. He's the current moderator of Ohio Wesleyan's Service Engagement and Leadership House, SEAL, a small living unit that houses students all interested in civic engagement. In 2022, he headed a Spring Break Service Week team that traveled to Houston, Texas, to help rebuild a home damaged by Hurricane Harvey. This past fall, he participated in the OWU Connection Conference, serving as a speaker to discuss opportunities to get involved and do good. Graham has served on the Department of Environment and Sustainability Student Board. While at Ohio Wesleyan, he has also spent hundreds of hours volunteering with service organizations, including the American Red Cross, Salvation Army, Habitat for Humanity, Stratford Ecological Center, Turning Point, and Seminary Hill Farm, part of the Methodist Theological School in Ohio. After graduation, Steed, who's a first-generation college student, hopes to continue his civic and community engagement throughout his life and career. Congratulations, Graham. And now Drew, do I turn it back over to you? Turn it to Rock. Okay.
Thank you, Dwayne. What a night. Just kind of feel like saying, wow. Wow. Nearly 15 years ago in my inaugural address at Ohio Wesleyan, I invited those gathered in Gray Chapel to imagine what it would be like to educate the next generation of moral leaders for a global society. We just found out. We've been celebrating moral leadership for our global society. We've been celebrating people who have taken full advantage of the opportunities that are available on this campus to cultivate the capacities of leadership and to give themselves in service. And I can only imagine what you'll do from here. Now, some of you are first-year students. We celebrated those who are just getting started. But most of those we celebrated tonight are in the last weeks that you'll be on this campus. And you'll leave, and you're ready. You are a moral leader for a global society. We also celebrated ingenuity and innovation. We celebrated new organizations that many of you helped bring into being that will have an impact on this campus long after you have moved on and others have arrived in your place. We celebrated the innovation of existing organizations with the work that you have undertaken. We have celebrated leadership and we have celebrated service. But we've noted something else that too many in our society today either don't notice or try to deny. And that is, you can't celebrate leadership and service unless you're in the midst of diversity. And we've seen the diversity of this campus on full display this evening as we have celebrated leadership and service. And so, what have we seen tonight? Yeah, we've seen moral leaders for a global society, but what we have really seen is the heart and soul of Ohio Wesleyan. You students who engage the opportunities that are available to you here. And not only engage them, but do things that those of us who were here when you arrived hadn't even imagined could happen. But with your ingenuity and your creativity and your commitment to servant leadership, this campus is a different place. And we celebrate that tonight. We celebrate you, and we celebrate the impact that you have had. I want to say a special thank you to Drew Farrell, our MC. Drew is not only a 2010 graduate of Ohio Wesleyan, he did not tell you he is a 2010 Meek Leadership Award winner. You can find his picture somewhere in this building. I can't remember which collection, the class of 2010, where the location is, but Drew was a student when I arrived, and Drew and Whitney were very active, and Drew, it's great to have you back on campus, and Drew's an example of what you can become. He's an educator, he's a member of the city council, he's a civic leader, so thank you. And then let's just also one more time give it up for probably the one person in the room who connected to more of you than any of the rest of us, and that's Sally Lieber. Sally. We all know how special Sally is. Now the whole state knows. Thank you, and good night. Drew?
Well, I wrote some things down, but I don't know how you follow that. And the whole night I've been standing here, sitting here, I suppose, just shocked and just wonderfully amazed at the things that the students here have done. So I'm going completely off script here, but that's okay. The opportunities that OWU provides, and you guys have taken such amazing advantage of, are really something that I hope none of you ever forget, because I don't stand here thinking, oh, I was a Meek Leadership Award winner. I stand here and think, wow, I didn't do nearly as much as any of you have already in your lives. So I have some catching up to do. The British, I'm going to go on script now. The British have a saying, because as a history teacher, I like to bring up the British, because we all do. May you live in interesting times. They always say it as a curse, and we do live in interesting times, but I think looking out today, it's not a curse, it's a blessing. We have people here who are making the times interesting. You're not settling for the status quo, you're pushing the envelope, you're trying new things, you're fighting for those who don't have a voice, you're showing your courage, and all of those are amazing things. I took Latin in high school, and I'm not gonna try because old teacher trick. Does anyone know what the seal actually means? No, dang. Oh, you do, good. In your life we shall see light. Yes, and that is who we have in this room. So you guys are the light, and you are showing everyone the light. And whether you're on campus or leaving campus, you will continue to do that in your lives. And we are so lucky to share the world with you at this time. So anyway, that's what I have to say. So I would like to say congratulations to everyone once again. And as a reminder, the ceremony will be posted on the Golden Bishop Awards website in perpetuity, so you can show it off to whoever you would like for the rest of your lives if you want to. And as a final thing, I would ask that all the award recipients come forward for a final group photo. Congratulations to all of those receiving awards. Through your legacy of leadership and service, each of you have made your mark on the Ohio Wesleyan and world